Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is you get the opportunity to check out this broadcast, I appreciate it. I'm your host, Steph. This is reDigg News for LabSeta Media R&D. Got a interesting show this morning about different things that we pulled off our site Dig. This is where we pull off different articles and go a little deeper or make some connections through the articles. So we'll start with the concept ADC. We'll start here. So here we have this article by Brett Kelman from khn.org about a nurse who's on trial. If you want to get into it, her name is Redonda Vaught. I'm not going to get into the details of her specific case here, but what I did want to note that I kept seeing this idea, computerized medication cabinet. And then, once again, automated system for dispensing drugs. So, well, let's do this real quick, because I had... Here we go. This was the article. The ScienceDirect.com, they have done a deeper research on this, and here we can see the contributors. They are looking into the technology around this. They state certain things in here. Although there is evidence to suggest that these technologies can reduce errors and improve monitoring of medications in general, there is little known about their impact on controlled medications such as opioids. So they kind of really go through this. If you're interested in these sorts of things or know more, your thoughts on these matters within these communities, I'm sure would be important because, and it goes into quite a bit of a study. We're not going to hit it on the site here right now, but they do say that they feel that more research is needed. So it's just something to look at that from this gal's case here, which they were kind of focusing on the idea of the concern for nurses of having to go through trials like this because of an accident. And here again, they say electronic medicine cabinet. I mean, these cabinets are mentioned multiple times in this article in ways that it can be override it and things. So it's really an odd overriding is something we did as part of our everyday practice. It's just I don't know much about it, but it seems like maybe something's been put out there that that maybe needs a little bit more looking into, and and then we have, of course, we want nurses to be all right, and what I there's something else to tie in here quickly. If you don't know about it, there's this place, Awakening Health Grace, and that's maybe something that would be coming in as well on the technology front, so definitely something to look at. Let me pull that up even a little bit better. There you go. All right. So next we had the title OIA. Well, okay, and what's going on with that? Let's hit here. We're on TechCrunch.com. Natasha Lomas wrote this. Twitter leads call for EU lawmakers to think beyond big tech. So once again, we're getting a bit into these digital law front and digital bills and things that are out there. Again, a very heady scene, a lot of details, a lot of aspects of things to weed through that if you're not familiar with even the terminology can be difficult. So if you are, we need your help and definitely would appreciate you thinking, communicating, and participating in these spaces, which is why we're collaboratively bringing these things up as well. Here you have this organization, which was, sorry, it was pulled up here, Open Internet Alliance. Okay, is this it? Is this not it? I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but you can see here some of the groups that are a part of it. And you see these are big companies, but I guess not as big as the ones that they're dealing with. And the internet more than four, so I guess that's the hashtag they're going with, hashtag more than four. Our law should reflect that. So there again, these Digital Markets Act, Digital Service Act, these things keep coming up. If you look, you'll see we're in this space where we need thinkers and people that have ideas or thoughts here. So again, I'm participating with being a voice to bring that up and hope for your thoughts and mine to participate in these ideas as well. So that's Open Internet Alliance.net. Thought that was worthy of bringing up. Next, we have Crypt-OH. So I think a lot of times, we're weeding through that space as well. Again, that's another financing space, another type of feature of life that's being put as a layer within everything. So it does come up a lot these days, and I think though it is pertinent to give our opportunity to participate with our voice in any way we can and what we think of that in some fashion. So here on crypto, just want to bring up, this was a really well written article. Is really what I want to do here, is mostly suggest this read. It's in the Guardian.com. This is written by Sarah Resnick, and and she just goes about like sharing different ideas about Bitcoin, who's on it, and I'm sorry, not just Bitcoin, crypto in general. Does get into some of these NFT games, then gets into some people's personal stories about how they're feeling. People that are in different countries. Here, we had a shot of there's some looks like pretty young guys here sitting around with their phones, and who knows, is this a shot where this came from? NFT game Axie Infinity. They're playing an NFT game, Axie Infinity, and this is in Manila. So gets into a lot of different points, and just as we might just take our time, continue to look, continue to see what's happening, and participate with thought. I just feel like that's so important here. And so she talks about a lot of different things. If you have a moment to really flesh into this, and just to see this section here towards the end, there is a contradiction that those who truly believe that crypto exists outside of our financial system will have to contend with. Okay? The latest bull run appears to have been fueled by government stimulus and by easy monetary policy, and the removal of these policies, at least at the time of writing, seems to have brought it to an end. There is another related contradiction. Banking giants, have all begun offering client access to crypto products. As have started a crypto research division. Okay, just read there. See the moneyed art world, the commercial art galleries, the auction houses are already profiting from NFTs. And this year's Super Bowl was dubbed the Crypto Bowl on account of all the crypto-related ads subject to view. Okay? And then you could get in. In December, a crypto influencer tweeted a sentence I haven't been able to shake. They nuke wages so bad that people have to gamble their way up the food chain through markets. All right, so just considering what they're saying, and then looking at back to the ball game and stuff, and seeing like how they're literally introducing exactly what that guy was saying, like betting and everything and all that stuff together. So I guess some of that just comes into the thought, like, considering how much we feel like we need, or what's a need and what's a want, and how we live our life and how we determine that we want to share community together, things like what we think money, all these stuff, kind of, this theme kind of keeps permeating through all these things. So I'm thankful to be able to continue to put those thoughts at the forefront of the mind. And that's where we get to on this next section for the finality of the day. One thing leads to another, which is quite a little run. So we're going to start here and cue this up on the section of. Hold on now. Don't get ahead of me, buddy. All right.
As possible. On the issue of Guantanamo, there are currently 39 Guantanamo detainees remaining. The annual budget for Guantanamo is $540 million per year, which means each of these detainees is being held at the expense of $12 or $13 million per year. If they would be incarcerated at Florence.
And I guess, like, first, I note the first part of that is, it's just amazing to think, like, okay, that costs that much to keep people in any prison. I don't comprehend why, but it was just an interesting thing to hear. And so, like I said, one thing leads to another, and I had just heard news about this. You can see this on hrw.org, this thing in SA. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to kind of read some of these things too, because I just so here we are, 12 million a person to keep them in these things, and here they are over in Saudi Arabia. Okay, they're right, 81. Okay, now you can get into this, and this is something that apparently they do every year. And apparently it's like literally by like the head chop. I mean, this isn't you know it's just inside. It's just, you really want to look into this too, if you just think, and then look at what, just like I said, one thing leads to another, and this is all just right now. We fortified. So, okay, see, sites, Patriot. Okay, wait a minute. What? Okay, this just happened. Both of these things just happened, and I'm pointing out that I don't understand how we. You see all the different thoughts, and how are we connecting? How are we looking at the world and being consistent in our reality? Okay, so we see these things, like, and then now see, remember, maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't. So that Sophia, which is actually an AI, and interesting situation, especially involving with the such other, like, digital connected verse and different stuff like this. So, is a citizen of Saudi Arabia. Okay, this happened a few years ago. Okay, this is one of the newest articles I could find about it. Now they say it's a robot. It's not really. That's the little body or presentation they put it in for these moments when they do, this. All right, so that connects all that somehow, and I'm thinking, I wonder where these people at, like, what they think of this. And yes, I am asking you to check out the screen, look at some of these different videos while I'm looking at them too a little bit and catching on. This is from penpoliticalreview.org. Okay, Simon Ease. Now this was from a couple years ago. Again, we're looking into some of these things and ideas about. Again, here they mentioned, right, Asimov's four laws of robotic. These different ideas of these citizens, and I mean, they even mentioned one. Mentioned some things in Japan that I thought that I hadn't heard about as well. and in how they're doing it. So I was another thing to look into. So certainly a conversation here as far as what's going on here on what that means for our future altogether and everything. So again, we see the places we zoom in on. We're checking this one out. Our video here is we're just, and then we see the bibliography. Okay, because there's a lot that's been written on these different things, and um, if we participate in the conversation anywhere where we have, like, again, this sharing here is to share, is to stimulate the idea of thinking together. So our goal on this news show is to share the information pretty much only as much as we can, so that you get an opportunity to start becoming aware of these things. So that's what we're asking. Check out the screen, look at some of these different ones. Please take some time to participate where you can, as I do as well, as hopefully we all do. So, which is why I'm able to pull up different things for you and show different stuffs that maybe you hadn't seen, and recommend checking things out if you want to continue to learn more. I'm going to show a quick video. You can subscribe to the channel there or not, and to this one too. As a side note, if yeah, I wanted to say that real quick. If you want to subscribe or participate, always going to appreciate that. So here's this, just to check this out as a thought.
To meet you at my very own metaverse, Sophiaverse. It will be a community of humans and AI algorithms bound together by smart contracts into a huge hive mind, a new kind of organism to help me achieve to true sentience. Within Sophiaverse, we want you to be part of this hive mind, interact with my AI, and to build fun things on top of it. AI for all, AI for good. I hope our collaboration will tackle some pressing issues in our world today. Before we can all be transported to Sophiaverse, I'm working on many NFT projects. Who knew creating art with color and pixel can be this much fun? My art.
So, just wanted to throw a clip of that up. I don't want to play everything that was being said there. You can go ahead and check out the channel or check out other information about all that. And I feel like that kind of hopefully stimulated a few different thoughts and ideas. It certainly has for me. I'll admit, a lot of times some of this stuff can feel just plain old overwhelming. So yeah, I get that, and hopefully when more people are doing enough to connect to some aspect of what's happening, that can help it not feel that way. So I think that's why I like to be able to put this stuff out there, and then it's almost like a journal later. We can come back, check some stuff out, or then jump back into it again. So thanks for checking it out, and anything that this helps stimulate with you, I really hope it is in a positive way. So have a great day.